Good day to everybody out there to see thy wealth, water your health, drink a glass of water, and we still continuing on the journey because the saga continues. We still farming, we still pruning trees, we still planting coconuts, avocados. We got everything. We going hard in the paint, like Shaq was in 2000. You know what I'm saying? We growing a community over here. Our second cabin on the land, on the homestead. You know, it's all about community. And I'm here by myself, but I'm preparing for when the community that I grow and attract is brought here. You know, so we got this cabin right here. We have another cabin over here that has solar, has well, has a rain catchment system, and is completely off-grid. No mortgage, no lease, very low property taxes. This is what that property, this is that cabin. No taxes, no mortgage, no lease, nothing, off the grid. No bills on that property, on that cabin. No bills on this, everything is paid for cash. You know what I'm saying? And you can go and buy your piece of property, cash, go to your county, let them know that you're interested in the over-the-counter tax deeds, or you're interested in the sheriff's sale. When is the next sheriff's sale? But you want to take a look at the over-the-counter tax deeds or something called the lands available. Go through that list, do your research, find properties that are in your price range, $700, $1,700, $17,000 on up, whatever. Find something that is interesting to you, land, something that has a dwelling on it, commercial, whatever it is. Make sure the numbers make sense. Make sure there's no liens on the property, mechanics lien, child support liens, any other liens that's on the property. Make sure there's no code enforcement liens, and go ahead and attack. Buy your piece of land and start to grow your own food. It's that simple. It's not that hard. In fact, I'm gonna do a live video. I was trying to access the websites a few days ago, but it seems like maybe because I'm in another country, they got me shut off and blocked. I'm gonna have to get the VPN and plug that in or whatever so I can do a live video and show you guys exactly how much these properties cost. Because I believe if I could show somebody, look, that one right there is in this county, in this state for $659. Yes, you have to do your research. You have to put the applications in. You have to deal with the Secretary of State in some states. You have to deal with the county in most states. But seriously, it's that obtainable. It's that obtainable. Look at Stan Wilkins, him and his family, how they set up in North Carolina, I believe. It's amazing, it's incredible. Guys like Stan Wilkins, they're setting a great example. I love what he's doing. I wish I had the handyman skills like he does. I would do a lot of the work here that he does. It's not hindering me for doing yard work because I do my own thing on that kind of time, but I'm just highlighting another guy on YouTube who is doing something that is inspirational to me. It's a couple more out there that I may watch that have given me inspiration when it comes to the off-grid thing. But Stan Wilkins is one that I've been really watching. He just turned me on to the cameras, you know. That's a good look, or the solar powered cameras. So I'm gonna tap in and look into them, you know. But this is all obtainable. You don't have to go this big. You don't have to start this big. You can get you a 1/4 acre, 1/8 of an acre, whatever it is. Just go and get it without a mortgage. I wouldn't do no mortgages in this day and age. It's for what? $2,500, $1,700, $700, whatever it is. I mean, you can find a piece of land. You might say, well, $700, what kind of piece of land is that? What kind of piece of land you going to get for $700? Something that's locked in. When I say landlocked, there's no access to the property from the road. You may have to come in with your own demolition team and create a road to that property, or get your own machete and chainsaw and create a path to that property just so you can start to do what you want to do. For $700, that may be a property that you get, maybe in the outskirts somewhere in Tennessee, but it's yours. Nobody could take that from you as long as you pay your taxes. So that's a great place to start. Me personally, I love being able to wake up every day whenever I want to, which is usually early, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30, 6 o'clock. I'm up early no matter what, before the sun. I feel good being able to do that every day, not having to go into someone's office, not having to check my emails, not having to get on the phone and talk to this person and that person if I don't want to. Being able to completely lock out, cut my phone off for days at a time if I want. Only reason why I keep my phone on is in case someone calls me with a tragic news with tragic news, or someone that's trying to get in contact with me and can't get in contact with me and worried to death. But I really don't have to have my phone on. I could create my videos and upload them. I don't have to answer my phone. I don't need to answer in emails. You know what I'm saying? So you can do the same thing, but you can't run around here with mortgages. You can't run around here with car notes. You can't run around here with rent-a-center furniture, trying to pay this bill every week, every month. Your expenses are overriding what your income is. You're in debt every month. Your credit card bills are maxed out, or you got whatever. Your vices are taking up all your money. You have to take a step back and stop hustling for your weekend. And once the weekend comes, you at the club, you at the amusement parks, you at the movies. Every time you turn around, you eating out. You're not packing your lunch. I will pack my lunch every day. The same thing almost every day. Tuna fish sandwich with a bag of Doritos when I was coming up. Yes, before I became vegan. Tuna fish sandwich with a bag of Doritos every day. My boss, he liked that. He kind of liked the discipline to see, or if it wasn't them, I would boil a sandwich, a sausage, one of them pork sausages, them hot joints. But the discipline and the regimen was there because I knew I couldn't run around here spending money, not taking trips, people inviting me out. I can't go. You want to pay for me? I'll go. I can't do it. I need to make some money. I don't feel comfortable. I'm not in a position where I feel like I can let my hair down. It has to be like that. I don't want to go out to dinner. I don't want to be in this venue. I don't want to do none of that shit. I need to sit back and collect my thoughts and I need to gain perspective on where I want to go and actually act on it instead of trying to fulfill a momentary instant gratification or be instantly gratified. No, this is long term. So this is what it was for years. Thankful for the help that I had along the way. Because you can't do it by yourself. You're only going to get but so far by yourself. You're going to have to get some help if you don't have an abundance of money. And if you do have abundance of money, if you don't have any help and you don't have any experience in wherever you're trying to get, you're going to get taken advantage of. And you're going to learn through losing money. With all the information out here, with all the chaos that's on the news, to know that you have to eat food every day and not to secure that, make sure that that's secure, to know that no matter what, I can wake up and go in the garden and grab some squash. You're not trying to know that what's going on the planet, that AI is taking over, robots are here. You go into Walmart, you got self-checkout. To know that the jobs are on a decline and not trying to make sure that your future is secure to where you don't have to rely on a job is a part of what was meant to be. I just can't be a part of that. I have to be a step ahead of that crap, that part. But COVID was a big eye opener. I was already on my way to some land into another country. Or the United States. I was already on my way off grid. COVID stepped it up and put me in the acceleration mode. And then after COVID put me in acceleration mode, that movie that came out a couple years ago with Julia Roberts and Mahershala Ali, that really stepped it up as well. When all the communications went down, the airplanes started to fly out the sky, the boats, all of that, telecommunication was done. That really accelerated. When I seen that movie, I think it was December of 2023, I had just got back from Belize. I seen that movie, I said, man, let me get out. I gotta get out of LA. I'm getting ready to go over to Georgia, Florida, do a couple more deals, wrap that shit up, I'm out. That's exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. So, get you some land. You can't go wrong with the land. Hold on to it. If you're not gonna use it right now, hold on to it. What's the point? What's the problem? You got $4,000 piece of land, an acre that you bought in Alabama. You wanna hold on to something that's yours, that's no mortgage on it at all. Because if they take what you got, and you got a lease or you got a mortgage, you always can go there with your car, your tent, and all types of other suitcases, everything. Like, let's start to think about what's going on here. It's not about coming on here beefing with no other YouTuber, or I don't want to say beefing, but creating online chaos. Nah, it ain't about that. Today is the perfect day to boss up and go get you a farm. What you waiting for? You don't have to be a millionaire to get a farm. I want to take y'all and bring y'all through this land right quick just to kind of show you what we're doing. even though y'all have seen some of what we're doing. Y'all didn't see a lot of what we got going on here. So as I mentioned before in previous videos, we come in this way here, which is like the barn. You right on the side of the house. Camera's a little crazy, but today is a perfect day to go get you a farm or a piece of land so you can start farming. There's no reason why in today, 2025, lots of us are still stuck in the past when it comes to going grocery shopping and being able to do for self. We still relying on the government. We still blaming the government. We still blaming the senators, the governors and mayors and everybody else because we are stuck in a position that we're in. We hate the 9 to 5 that we're in. So it's always easier to point the finger. So I say today is the perfect day to go out and get you a farm, because if you're doing for self and you're able to produce your own food, you have your own solar power, you have your own well water, you have no mortgage, then nobody can tell you, nope, it doesn't matter. You don't need a job. You don't really need to, I shouldn't say you don't need a job, but if you lose your job, the chances of you being able to sustain your life and make it won't be as difficult because you don't have any expenses. As you can see right here, this right here behind me is my creek. I love the barrier here. This is a part of that 20 feet barrier. So, excuse me. The creek is just beyond all this bush. So anywhere from the creek on in to about right here, everything on this side of the path is going to be left untouched. So that way if the neighbor comes over here and decide that he wants or she wants to cut anything over here, they won't be able to see over into our estate. If they do, it'll be very minimal, but over here, it goes down. This creek goes the whole length of the property. I wish I could show y'all. But it goes down that way and it comes down this way. And as you can see here, this path here, which I've shown you guys before, all of this is getting ready to get opened up. So as I told you, to the right over here is the creek side. To the left over here is the forest and all of the tall trees and high canopy. And it's just a beautiful thing, but we're gonna be able to walk through it pretty soon without any vines, any major trees. Major trees, but we're gonna keep the major trees. Any of the bush, any of the shrubs. It's just gonna be really clear. And as you can see, as we coming down this way, you can see how clear it gets over here. All of this will be eventually turned into fruit trees. A lot of this here is wood that can be utilized when it comes to construction and building. A guy told me yesterday most of these trees that you see, most of them can be used for building. A guy told me yesterday that I could get about $300 to $400 per tree. That's ready. Now, I'm not trying to make no money like that, so I'm not selling no trees. My thing is to get fruit trees. I'm not trying to make no money off no lumber and no construction trees. You feel me? So this is incredible. Actually, I didn't even get to show y'all. So as you can see over here, before you couldn't see none of this. You couldn't see any of this. Now you can actually see everything opening up. Everything opening up. Most people think you gotta live like a millionaire or you gotta be a millionaire to live like this. And I say you don't. In fact, this is a minimalist lifestyle. This is nothing that screams millionaire. All of this screams knowing how to budget your money, right? All of this screams want to be self-sustainable, right? All of this screams knowing how to strategize and being a step ahead, right? To me. Y'all can let me know what y'all think in the comments. Would you guys live off grid? Do you have any interest in living off grid? Do you have any land? Do you know how to go about getting the land? I'm gonna do a live video. I'm gonna do a live video basically showing you different websites you can go to look at land, the prices of it in real time, make a phone call to someone at the county so you guys can actually listen and hear and see. This is real. We can actually go buy these properties. Seriously. I might do that today, honestly. I don't even know. I can't do it today. I got several things going on. Got a lot of work being done here. That's the difference between you, or I should say, that's the difference between me and a lot of other individuals and folks out here. I'm consistent with what I do. I love what I do. I love being me. I'm saying when I see a lot of YouTubers come on here, they clout chasing, they making up lies, they screaming for attention. I don't understand how, well, I get it. A lot of it is money, so they can keep up and pay their bills. But for me to come on here and constantly compromise who I am for some fucking dollars, I can't see it. When I mean compromise, I'm just making up things and lies. And now the titles are sometimes catchy and grabby for leverage so we can get the viewer in. Once we get the viewer in, then, right, it's almost like a bait and switch. We baited you in with the negative talk, but we want to switch it up to the positive growth and show you all of this growth with these fruit trees and these vegetables. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to actually show you a couple fruit trees right now, because I don't like to talk that we grow food and we ain't actually showing no food. We definitely got plenty of food, and it's not even a question. Look at the craboo. You got all this craboo right here. Look, I'm gonna pick up all this craboo. That's 4 craboos right there. 4. Pick them up off the ground. You want them? Play them. So, back here, coconut. Over here, avocado tree. We stack, baby. Ain't no lack over here. See, millionaires, a lot of millionaires, they might have millions and millions of dollars, but what they fail you to show you and tell you is they also have lots and lots of expenses. See, the problem with a lot of us when we start making money, expenses also increase. So it's just like, now you become a multi-million-dollar slave just to keep up with your expenses every month. So now you have become a multi-million-dollar slave. So I am, fuck I got going on here? Shit. See, things be falling in your boot. I don't know what this is. Oh, something fell in my boot. See, I feel like I'm a millionaire. I feel like I'm a billionaire. I feel like I'm a multi-billionaire. I feel like it. I ain't talking about no delusional. Oh, I can fly and I know no, I feel like that. I wake up living life every day how I want to live it, right? This is true freedom and true wealth to me. That shit look different for everybody. True freedom and true wealth looks different for everybody. Look at this over here. Look at how we able to just walk through here now. All of this has been cleared out. All of this eventually, see, I'm gonna share something with you. In fact, we'll come back with another video with that. Y'all, appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is See Thy Wealth, water your health. Drink a glass of water.